Random vlog next to the oven, part 3. This is filmed right after part 2, though, but it's going on later, much later probably. Oh, hell. What's going on? This video will probably be uploaded on October 26th, 2018. Can't speak. October 26th, 2018. By then I can imagine some shit will have gone down. But hey man, I'm filming this then. I don't know when I'll upload it, but if I can upload it then great. I'll upload it whenever I really feel like it should come out. But what are we gonna talk about this one? What am I using? I've used the same thing to film all 3 of them, technically. The first one was filmed, all of them are filmed on an iPod Touch. 5th generation. Blue. Color. They're both blue. Only difference is that the one that I've used for parts 2 and 3 are different iPods. They're not the same iPod. The iPod I used in the first one is destroyed, so. But an iPod Touch 5 runs iOS 9 now, which is so slow on it. The apps just lag. It's just, oh man. It's like that on the iPhone 4S, iPad 2, all that stuff too, so it's just like, oh well. But it's kind of funny that every iPad but the first one can run iOS 9. But, anyway. Shit. Oh, dude. Tired. But, yeah, just thought I'd mention that when I get an iPhone, what iPhone will I get if I were to buy one brand new? If they continue to sell it, I want like a 6S or something like that. I know you can get a used 6 for like $100 if you look. That might be a good deal. Just that I don't like iOS 11 or 12. I just don't like the way it looks. I liked iOS. My favorite versions of iOS were the first 3, but mainly the second one. I like iOS 2. No, it's not iOS. iOS didn't exist at the time. It was iPhone OS, man. iPhone OS 2 and 3 are my favorites, then iOS 4, then iPhone OS 1, then kind of goes down those. iOS 9 was good, but it did slow down like every device that was like 32-bit, except for the iPhone 5, 5S, iPad 4, but those were the only ones that didn't slow down. I could get an iPhone 5 running iOS 5, or 5, iOS 5, whatever, iOS 9. They're maxed out at 10, but I can get one running 9. If I were to get an iPhone 6, I want it to run at least, it has to run 9 or 10. But, because I don't like iOS, they're killing the 6 on purpose. They're killing the 6, and then they're going to do the 6S and SE. They're going to kill those ones. You can still get the 6 at Straight Talk for $180, I think. Maybe the 6 Plus. I'd probably get the regular 6 or 6S, not the Plus one. The Plus one's just huge. Of course, I grew up with the 3.5-inch devices, so and then the 4 inches I have here. But random Apple rambles. I'm gonna make some vids about Apple stuff here soon. So I'll save my rants for that video. But anyway, talking about some stuff. We'll talk about gaming. I said Black Ops 4, don't care for. Battlefield 5, controversy. Now, I'm not a fan at all of the whole SJW culture and all that. But, like, the whole women characters in Battlefield 5, like, the fact that the main character in Battlefield 5, like, they don't state that it's, like, trying to be historically, like, it's, like, an alternate story. It's not supposed to be, like, based on the real, well, of course, it's based on it, but it's not supposed to be, like, representing it, really. But they don't say that. That they have some American, or was it British, female soldier with a freaking amputated arm, which is like a metallic arm. I'm in it, yeah, whatever. And like, it just doesn't make sense historically. Like, you can say, oh, it doesn't have to be historical, but they're stating that it is still historical. Like, what the hell? And the fact that a CEO of a company needs to tell people to not buy their game if they don't like something like that, it's just like, you're not doing anything good. You're not very smart. EA is just shit. Man, I gotta put that down. Same Coke. But EA destroyed Battlefront, them fucking bastards. I played the first Battlefront game. Kind of liked it. There could have been more to it. There could have been more content. It was kind of dry later on. I didn't like the DLC in the slightest. But I did like the content in the base game. It's just that there could have been more of it. But they did put a very good amount of effort into like the graphics and the sound and stuff. It was very good. In that game, I loved how whenever you'd pause the game, it'd play some of the different songs from the original trilogy. That was cool. Reminds me of those times, like November 2015. When I rented that game in December. Actually, I rented that game the night I saw The Force Awakens, which was the day after it came out. I saw it in the theaters the day after it came out. Force Awakens. I think it's better than The Last Jedi. Part of me thinks it's better than The Last Jedi. My favorite is Episode 3. I know people are going to hate me for that, but it's nostalgia. That was my favorite one when I was a kid. There's cheesy dialogue in that one, but out of the prequel, I think that's the best one, because it actually is a pretty decent story. Like, just Order 66 and the whole Jedi going into exile. Of course, I think that's cool. But I'm tired as hell. Tired. Oh, shit. Sorry, I almost won. I gotta get to work. But, oh, hell, what was I talking about? It's like Force Awakens and stuff. I've watched every single Star Wars movie they ever make, but Solo. And apparently that flopped, and now they're blaming it on people. It was the fucking Azerbaijanis, man. They did it. Blame it on anybody, man. Whatever. That's just fucking stupid as hell to me. Rogue One was good overall, but there was some stuff about it I didn't like. It was kind of random at first. Like, it jumped all over the place. Didn't really have like a specific focus. Like, you didn't really know what was going on at first. Different things like that. I'm so fucking tired, man. I gotta do a chair rant video too, so yeah, but The Force Awakens was alright. Wasn't as good as the originals, though. But there you go. But back to EA. EA sucks. Like, EA buys them. They buy out Pandemic Studios. They force them to make Lord of the Rings Conquest, which I like Lord of the Rings Conquest. But then they just shut them down. Forced them into bankruptcy. They forced them into bankruptcy. They've done that to so many companies now. Visceral Games, I think, are gone. BioWare is pretty much destroyed after that failure that was Mass Effect, whatever the hell that game was. The one that had whatever the most recent one is, where it was like cowboys in space and shit. If I'm even remembering it right. I'm just crazy right now. But I'm probably going to put an end to this one. Just random vlog next to you, number 3.